So today was a pivot day. That's just what I call really any day where I'm not working on my current project. I've all week I've been thinking about going back and doing a little bit of editing on a prior short story I had done, and today I just felt like jumping in and doing it. So it didn't get much of obviously any kind of word count. A lot of it was just editing. A lot of me just sitting at my desk, just kind of reading sentences aloud to myself, and just making small adjustments here and there as I went through it. One of the things I like about sort of approaching my writing this way is that I'm not necessarily taking a day off from writing, but with it, I'm not necessarily being forced as well to continue on a project if I just happen to feel like I need a day basically to kind of rethink what I'm doing with my story, a day just to rethink basically, sort of the direction. Today really wasn't that day. I'm still feeling very confident where my novel's going, but with that, I happened to just have that urge basically to go in and make some edits. It felt good as well to go through and look at my prior work. I think it's pretty important for people that when you're writing basically, especially early stuff in sort of first drafts for novels, you often get to this at a certain point where you think your writing sucks. So it helps to kind of go back and look at sort of prior short stories you might have done or works you might have done, 6 months, a year ago, and see, obviously if your writing's improved, but more likely than not as well, even if you don't necessarily like what you wrote, you're probably going to be much more impressed than how you remember the story being. So the story is probably going to be a lot better than the way you remember it being left off. So it's nice to go back, nice to see what you've done before, and kind of reminisce a little bit, basically, and just kind of reassure yourself, hey, these stories basically here aren't as bad as I thought. The story that I'm working on now isn't as bad, yeah, as I probably think it is. So that was my entire session today. Again, not a whole lot of fresh writing, just a lot of editing. But with that, jumping back into my novel tomorrow, and hopefully hoping to have a relatively high word count day.